Hey guys, it's your buddy Ryan here, and have you ever been looking over your collection of perfectly good and playable games and thought to yourself, nope, I'd rather play something synonymous with bowel discomfort? And no, I'm not talking about Montezuma's Revenge, but actually that old educational chestnut, the Oregon Trail. A true inspiring story of American grit during the westward expansion of the 1800s. And we could use a capture card to show you this on my old computer, but not today. You're going to be looking at the Basic Fun Minicade edition of the Oregon Trail. And this thing is kind of weird because they took that Minicade form factor and smashed a bunch of buttons in it tighter than a boomer's coin purse when the tip line comes around. You can see you've got your yes, no, wag, and enter, all the good stuff, and you turn it on by pressing the floppy drive. How fun. When you do, you are immediately met with three options to be a banker, a carpenter, and a farmer, which is basically a stand-in for easy, medium, and hard. I chose easy because I'm not very good at this game yet, and of course you have to name your entire family. And if you're anything like me, you'll choose something perfectly period appropriate for this option, and you decide when to set off and go to the store to try to purchase some supplies. Now you want to listen to the shopkeeper because he gives you some good advice, and then boom, you set off from Independence with your supplies. Of course, you're going to follow your wagon trail all the way until you need to cross a river, and you can choose to ford it, to try to caulk it and float across like a little boat, or if you can, try to get a ferry, even though it costs a little bit of money. And you're met with several different cities along the way, so you can do things like add more rations or get more parts or replace an oxen that died. And one of my favorite parts of this game, as I noticed, is the beautiful backdrops of landscapes you come across along the way, which makes a great palate cleanser between sections. And as you go along, you can see our food supply goes down, wagon runs into more situations. We might find 40 pounds of food, or we might also have a wheel that breaks or something that gets stolen. And the main point of this game is basically managing your inventory to try to successfully make your way to Oregon. And of course, sometimes you can trade if you run out of things, but you better hope you don't, because as in real life, if you starve, it's game over. But in case you are worried that is something that's going to happen, you have nothing to trade with, you can always rely on your own grit and go hunting to feed your family. And I have to be honest, this part of the game is more fun than it has any business being, and I just really enjoy it. And of course, in the end, if you're lucky, you'll make it to Willamette. Thanks for watching.